KFAN celebrates our $5,000 teacher winners with iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher powered by Donors Choose. There's still time to nominate a public school teacher making a difference. They could be next to win $5,000 to make over their classroom. Do it now at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Yeah, thank you, teachers. Appreciate it very much. So the Twins opened the season yesterday with the pitcher's duel. And here's Shelty talking about the curveball that Joey Ryan has found.
Really good. I mean, he got a punch out on it, I think, in like the fourth inning, and it looked like he got a feel for it. He got a freeze curveball, I think, on Mayo, where, he had not thrown it, and then he threw one, and it looked like he got a feel for it, and it was really good.
I'll have the freeze curveball on Mayo.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Here's
Ask
Shelty.
Taco John's to try it out over here.
Yeah. Shelty, why'd you take Joe Ryan out then if he had such a good curveball?
He knew. I mean, I think when we got to the point where Ward was leading off the sixth, and he had not been out for the sixth. And I think the one thing about Joe all spring training is he'd been extremely efficient. And so the fact that he did have some at-bats that got extended, we knew the number was not going to go higher than that.
There you go. I like that guy, man. That
guy is a guy worth cheering for.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, and man, the interview we had a couple days with him, he's just a fun dude. He gets it, man. Good attitude.
I love it. Doesn't take himself too serious. Doesn't act like he's better than anyone.
No. He's probably seen Buck with his pants down.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sure he has.
No. All right, time for the news.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey. Presented by the St. Paul Saints.
Oh, we love the Saints. Coming right up here, man. March 31st.
Right? Is it Tuesday?
That's right, 31st. Yep, the 31st. So I'll go down to CHS Field, watch some baseball, then walk on over and see the boss play over at the Grand Casino Arena. The
Chad
boss.
Abbott's doing a concert at Grand Casino Arena.
Yeah. Throw up your drop foot.
That's his only song.
1,000-Foot Crutch. Haven't heard them in a while.
Yeah, great band.
They had a couple of bangers.
Dude, they put out a lot of good records. You'd be surprised. Really, really good. They all sound like that. Okay. I just took a shot at myself. I didn't even know why.
Yeah, it's okay, Daddy.
So yesterday we were talking about Nancy Guthrie, right? The 84-year-old mom of Savannah Guthrie. Mm-hmm. And I was reading this morning on Vox a couple of things that I found interesting. So let me update the story. It's been almost 8 weeks since 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her Arizona home. Investigators are no closer to finding her now than they were 2 months ago. This week, Guthrie's daughter, as you guys know, Savannah Guthrie, gave her first interview about since the abduction. They're going to air the second part of it today. In the emotional first installment, she praised police for their long investigation, seemed to acknowledge the possibility that they may never solve the case. And here's the part that I know. And here's the part that made me want to bring this up. Vox says, it does feel impossible in this day and age when there are cameras and winking from every doorbell and a vast DNA database that she would not be found. Seems doubly impossible when you consider Guthrie's enormous celebrity and the attention the disappearance attracted. But across the country, it's actually pretty common for abduction cases to go unsolved. Listen to this.
Ooh.
In fact, according to an FBI crime database that accounts for most U.S. law enforcement agencies, police recorded more than 247,000 kidnappings since 2021. I'm going to say that again. 247,000 kidnappings since 2021.
Jesus.
247,000.
That is insane.
Keep talking while I'm going to do some calculator
math. Wait till you hear this next number. Only 140,000 have ever been closed. Over 107,000 of them are still open cases. Since 2021.
Okay, this is what's nuts. I didn't do the exact day. I just said 5 years, right? Because it's whatever. It doesn't matter what day we are into 2026. So 5 years. That's 135 a day.
How is that possible?
That seems extremely high.
I apologize. Was that in the United States?
The United States.
My God.
I know.
So,
that's awful.
But
how is that possible?
I don't know. I'm again. This is Vox. I mean, it's a good source. So look it up on other if you'd like. Is
Paul
somebody
Allen?
else?
The Vox.
Vox.
Yeah.
Vox. That's
Sorry.
right. Yeah. No.
Yeah, a serious story. I shouldn't be making jokes.
No, I get it. Yeah.
But so it can't just be right. Like this child was going here and got kidnapped because that's on the news. That's So what type of kidnapping is it that it isn't a news story? I watch the news,
that's a
whatever
good
city
point.
I'm in.
That's a good
I watch
point.
their news, and I still watch our back home news. And there's not a kidnapping on the news every single day. So what am I missing?
I don't know. That's why I read it. I have no idea. I don't know.
Is it like custody battle? Mom runs away with the kids, or dad does, or what?
Probably
Because
that
that's
kind of
even
thing.
in the news.
All right,
too.
so this is the AI overview. So again, take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Stranger abduction cases where like somebody's just truly just taken by a stranger. Fewer than 350 cases per year for youth under 21.
Okay.
The vast majority of abductions, roughly 200,000 annually, that's higher than the number we just heard, but again, This is AI, are parental or family kidnappings where a child's taken by a relative like without permission, right?
So that's classified as a kidnapping. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
But even so,
I'm not saying that's yeah.
That's terrible.
That's still an amazing amount.
way too many.
That's way too many.
Which means, too, if they say that that's what happened, then that means it's solved. They find out who, and that's, I'm sure, easier to track down because they know who did it.
Yeah, or even, right. If you know who did it, doesn't mean you'll find the people, though. Yeah.
Is it probably human trafficking type stuff?
I wonder if
that
that's
has
part
to
of
be it.
I mean, it has to,
And-
I know it's part
and
of it.
especially, too, is if it's an immigrant that comes here and they don't have someone to necessarily report them missing. It's just that they came to the U.S.
Yeah.
And then they were never seen again.
Absolutely. I have an acquaintance who works in human trafficking, not as a human trafficker,
Right.
a law enforcement person up in Duluth.
Like on a task force for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for, task force. And she was telling me that especially in northern Minnesota and on a lot of reservations, they have a terrible time with human trafficking. A terrible time with human trafficking.
Interesting.
Yeah. So terrible, sad, and but those numbers blew my mind.
That is the most mind-blowing stat I've ever heard.
Even if it is a parent, like you said, how do you not hear about them all the time, every day then?
Yeah.
Why is there not an Amber Alert every 15 minutes?
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
Because we know when we get those, obviously, everyone's phone goes
And
off.
man, I'm telling you, I become a bloodhound. Don't you guys? Like every car I see, I'm looking, I'm like, what's going on?
I have a 45-minute to and from commute to work.
I'd rather
and so
just give up.
I listen to you guys. So it goes.
That's what I meant.
But,
That's what he meant.
But any vehicle that color, I'm looking.
Completely. Yeah.
God, that number is crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Because Guthrie wasn't reported missing until late morning on February 1st, her abductor had a massive hours-long head start over investigators. Guthrie, by the way, also lived in a community with strict ordinances limiting exterior lighting, which gave the suspect the cover of pitch black darkness. Local traffic and intersection cameras also do not actually record footage.
What's the point?
Yeah.
So did
Is
you
it
guys
just
see?
to catch people speeding or
I think
running?
it might
stuff?
also
I would
be just
guess,
to deter
yeah.
people thinking they may be on camera even if they're not.
Did you
Secret
guys
self,
see
yeah.
her clips of her interview with Hoda?
Yeah,
bit.
I couldn't. It was too sad.
Very hard to watch because she's crying immediately, and so one thing I thought that was really interesting is the part that kind of went viral, and this is going to sound like the guy on Twitter, the guy or the gal is making a joke, and he kind of is, but he's also making a point while he's trying to get people to like it and laugh at the post. There was a clip of Savannah Guthrie saying that her brother, they were on the phone, and her brother at one point was like, this might be because of you, because of your fame and your money. Like this might, and she was like, do you think it could be because of me? And he said something like, yeah, I think it could be. Now here, everybody knows that's a very strong possibility because Savannah Guthrie has said that she believes that the ransom notes are legit, that they weren't hoaxes. If that's the case, then somebody did take her thinking we can get money out of Savannah Guthrie. But the post that I saw on Twitter that was semi-viral was like, her brother could have said literally anything else.
Anything else.
How can you remotely put that guilt on Savannah? It's
Correct.
not her fault that evil exists, right?
Yeah,
it's not
well
like
said.
she put her mom in that spot. So
That is a great point.
Yeah, is she supposed to try to not
Of
have a great
course.
career and be successful?
Right.
Because
and of course the brother's right. Of course she's the reason. Her fame and money is the reason. But how could you say that? It's like,
Yeah.
just let Savannah figure that out on her own. And guess what? She's very smart. She's very aware that that's probably why she was targeted.
and wears that burden.
How do you say that?
You can't.
She wears that burden. Imagine that burden that she wears, knowing that
so
that's part
unfairly,
of it.
but 100% that's
Yeah.
part of this.
Yeah.
Again, unless if the ransom notes were not legit, and this was truly just a random robbery that got botched or a kidnapping for any reason maybe they had no idea that it was Savannah Guthrie's mom. But if the ransom notes are legit, then it's very, very strong possibility. It's a very strong possibility that she was taken because of who Savannah is. Keep your mouth shut, buddy.
Yeah, don't say
Christmas
that.
would be
Come on,
awkward.
man.
And
Yeah, don't say that.
One of the other examples of how tragedy can rip families apart.
Right.
I didn't get that.
Some families get closer. Some families get ripped apart. Just keep your mouth shut.
I didn't get that impression watching it.
You did?
I don't think it wasn't malice, and she even said like I'm sorry, but it could be like it wasn't like.
But still, don't say that.
Yeah,
like
but
if
you
you
don't-
say
no,
I'm
no.
sorry, but
No, and he wasn't saying it was her fault. He was saying that the whole the money and the fame wasn't. There's difference between this is your fault and this is the fault of the circumstance.
No, I'm not
that.
saying the other either. I'm saying exactly what you're saying, that the brother was saying the reason why she got taken is your money and your fame. It's not your fault, but this is the reason why. And it's like, well, again, we all know that.
Yeah, we all know that.
It doesn't need to be said.
no.
She asked him in the whole conversation. So.
Some things are best left unsaid.
No.
Many companies compile best places to live style lists, but not many get as deep into the woods as this one does. In its best places to live list, where's it? What's the name of the? Anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. Only 2 cities made the best places in America to live list that just came out. Among the smaller and suburban towns and large neighborhoods, making for a sprawling list of sites that specialize in helping people find schools and neighborhoods to live in. Blah blah blah. This site does that. Ranking in a little part of Atlanta called Atlantic City was number 1. Anyway, the 2 smaller cities in Minnesota who made this list are, believe it or not, Falcon Heights. Isn't that where the fair is?
Yeah.
Falcon Heights?
Oh, yeah.
Came in 59th place with smaller cities in America. And second state in Minnesota to make it was a place called Lauderdale, which came in at 164th. Both of those cities and more than a dozen in Minnesota overall received an A-plus grade. But for that size, those 2 smaller cities got an A-plus on this list. Falcon Heights, I know. Anybody ever heard of Lauderdale?
Yeah.
Where is that?
I believe it's still like inner ring suburb.
Oh, is it really?
I believe so. Yeah, one of those like tiny. You drive through, you see the population sign, and then you're in the next city already within the metro.
I got so confused. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
it's between like Dinkytown and that's a bad example, but it's on the way.
35W and 36. So it's over by Falcon Heights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over at Midland Hills Golf Course.
I got
Lauderdale.
confused because I thought it was saying this was a niche list. The name of the magazine is Niche.
Oh,
sorry.
No. Yeah, it's next to Falcon
confused.
Heights.
Yeah,
Chris.
so
by Roseville.
Top 10 cities in Minnesota according to Niche: Falcon Heights, Lauderdale, Mac Groveland in St. Paul, Kingfield in Minneapolis. These are like neighborhoods, I guess.
Yeah,
right. Eden Prairie comes in 5th. Tangletown in Minneapolis, Kinney in Minneapolis, Cooper in Minneapolis, Northrop in Minneapolis, and St. Anthony Park in Minneapolis. I don't know. Or in St. Paul, I should say. But Falcon Heights, I don't know how big technically Falcon Heights is. I just took for granted it was the state fairgrounds and that was it.
It's a bit around that. I mean, technically, I think like Como Park Zoo is in it. It looks like, but Lauderdale is literally the next. Lauderdale is 210 on 210, and where that meets with 35 Dub and
210 can be my jam on a bad traffic day. But
yeah, it can.
210 is a secret great little road there.
Now you just gave away this.
Now, more importantly, the Tri-Lambs went to Fort Lauderdale in Revenge of the Nerds Part 2.
Where'd they
Nerds
stay?
in Paradise. They stayed at the Hotel Coral Essex, but some of the lights were out on the side of the building, so it read a little bit differently.
Oh.
And lastly, from Bring Me
What a
the
great
News.
bit that was.
That's a great bit.
Hotel Coral Essex, and the lights are partially out. Just come on, who wrote that?
Yeah.
I've seen that movie so many times.
Somebody who's brilliant.
A professor at Gustavus Adolphus. Do you say Gustavus or Gustavus?
No, Gustavus.
That's what I thought. Okay.
You can say it both ways.
Okay, thank you.
Potato.
It's Kyle Murphy.
A professor at Gustavus Adolphus College is facing multiple charges after allegedly stealing more than $1,000 of ammunition and gun parts for an AR-15 rifle.
All right, hang on. Let's hear him out.
Jesus.
Aaron Lee Banks, 52 of St. Peter, was charged with theft and possession of burglary tools following a reported incident at Shields at the Eden Prairie Center on March 14th.
Stole it from there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was conditionally released from custody on March 17th. I'm not sure why.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's just keep him
Let's
locked
talk
up
to him
for a
for a
minute.
bit. Social media profile state Banks teaches health and physical education at Gustavus. Criminal charges allege police were called to the Eden Prairie Shields on the evening of March 14th after a security officer noticed Banks was hiding gun parts and ammunitions in his pockets. You got to have a better plan than that.
Yeah, buddy.
He's a college professor, and that's the best plan he could come up with was just put stuff in my pockets?
I don't
Wait,
get
maybe this was an experiment for class.
Yeah, correct. There's a Shields in Mankato. Why aren't you not going down there, you idiot?
They know him in there.
Yeah, he's been there too many times.
Yeah, the officer saw Banks take a box of AR trigger, and I'm sorry, the officers reportedly saw Banks take a box with an AR trigger in it and use a pocket knife to cut the plastic casing off it without disturbing the security lock. He later pocketed the trigger along with an AR charging handle and ammunition. Banks then tried leaving the store without paying for any of the items and was eventually arrested. The store security guard claims Banks had stolen from the retailer several times in the weeks prior. So they had him on video the 25th of February, March 2nd, March 5th, March 7th, March 9th.
Jeez.
What was this guy planning?
And let's just let him out.
It's fine.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
And if he reoffends, that judge should also be in trouble.
I tell you.
It's stupid.
I mean, I don't know how law works. I'm sure there are things you can only do within the law, but I would think that there's reason to be concerned about this gentleman planning something. He works at a college, and he's stealing AR-15 parts over and over and over for 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
So, oof.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the news. That's real news there.
Yeah. Johnny K, do you have a website, and what does it entail? Like, what can I do on your website? Do I get to play like Wordle?
As a matter of fact, I do have a website, johncreasel.com. You can go there and book me for a speaking engagement. If your company could use an extra pep in their step, a new look at life, johncreasel.com. I love you guys very much.
Love
I
you,
will
buddy.
see you next Friday. Have a great weekend. Go Wolves, go Wild.
Let's do it. Go Twins.
Well said, Steve.
No,
not
go
go
Twins.
Twins.
No, go okay.
Nope. Bye.
Bye, dude. All right, Marney Gellner in a second. Adam Thielen in about 40 minutes. Initials at 8:15 with $112,500 potentially up for grabs with the St. Paul Federal Credit Union initials jackpot. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Oh, Marney Gellner in the house. She been out smoking a cigar on the sidewalk, flipping off the people as they drive by. As people try to go to work, Marney's flipping them all off on the corner, handing out flowers and beefcakes.
When was the last time you
Have a
flipped
good
somebody
day,
off?
Suckers. Well, what is today? Friday?
Yeah, it is Friday.
Oof. Probably Wednesday.
I mean,
But
has
I
it been
don't
years?
do it. Oh, no. Well, I mean, I don't do it so they can see it usually.
Right. Passive
It's,
middle
oh, yeah.
finger.
Oh, yeah.
You act like you're who was it? Paul McCartney used to do that. Whenever a reporter would ask him a question he didn't like, he would answer the question, scratch his eye with his middle finger. You can see it 1,000 times. There's 1,000 pictures of him doing this, where he's flipping somebody off, pretending he's itching his eye.
I'll do it in my car a lot, but
I do it
keep my hand beneath the window.
Just in case they go road rage on it.
Exactly.
So does Tommy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Smoke is not worth the fire. Who cares?
And I do it at slot machines a lot.
Oh,
and
my God.
they can see it.
My finger
for
grows.
sure.
It looks like E.T.'s finger when I flip
Well
off the
said.
slot machine.
Yeah, well said.
Speaking of slot machines, how did Grady's
Speaking of
first
slot machines.
casino trip go? Because look, the kid's 18. He's got to scratch that itch. Did he find a W in week one?
He did. He went.
Yes.
So his birthday was March 25th, and I already forgot the day of the week. Oh, it was the night the Wolves played Houston in
Wednesday.
that crazy overtime
Wednesday.
game. Wednesday. He did go to the casino that night. He came out $30 ahead.
Oh, it's on now.
He
Yeah, hell
was
yeah.
pumped, and he texted me, and Hawk, you'll love it. He texted me, Mom, I won 46, and 46 is spelled out and capitalized, free plays on a Buffalo machine. The thing went nuts. And I texted him back, OMG, wow, how much money did you win on that? He said, not much, $25. 46 spins. But he was only playing $1.
Yeah.
Which good for him.
Yeah, that's right.
$25 on 46 spins. Buffalo machine.
Everything in, what do you call it? Everything in
Moderation.
Thank you. Everything in moderation. There you go. If you can do that, you can have some serious fun.
Yeah. And some video blackjack. And he was only there for like 2 hours. So I was like, what a great first trip to the casino.
What a long straight
Congrats.
trip.
You are now a lifelong member.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm fighting back tears. I'm so proud of him.
See how sad you were during the first segment with Crease.
Yeah, because we lost.
And now you're so happy. Crease decided he liked Disneyland more than Vegas.
You said he now?
Oh, no.
Yeah, we lost him to the Diz. The mouse got him.
Yeah, we lost him.
He's been at Disney
That's only
before.
because Chloe's like 6.
Yeah, but that's
when
his point.
Chloe's 18.
Then he's he'll be. I know
Exactly.
he'll come back.
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
come back. But for now, we've lost it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to let them go and let them find their way back, you know?
You got to give him his wings.
Yeah, for
Let
like
him
the next
fly.
10 years, we might not hear the words "I love you."
Yeah.
But at some point, he'll
gotta
be
believe.
looking at
He'll
the
be
stratosphere, saying "I love you" and "I always loved you." I just didn't say
And
it.
when he returns to the nest, our arms will be
And he
wide
will
open.
this year. We'll get him back.
Someday he'll walk back in here, we'll hear, if I...
He ain't walking back in anywhere.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God!
Well, if he's going to leave us, it's got to hurt.
Yeah, well said.
And you know he's
Well
listening.
said.
That's how he's punishing the Twins right now.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, they
That's
punished
true.
themselves.
You got to make them feel it.
Punishing
You
the
got to make them
Twins.
feel
I
it.
did that to Lawyer Lambert last night.
He's one person. Oh,
you know what he
gross.
He likes to be kicked in the nuts. I don't know what to tell you.
Adam Thielen should be here in about 30
Not
minutes with
anymore.
us. We got some stuff to get to before that. Before
man.
Marnie's distant cousin walks through the doors. Let's go.
Time for
Family is family, man.
on the Power Trip.
The Wild beat the Panthers 3-2 on a last-second Jule Eriksson-Ek goal. The Panthers had tied at 2-2 with about a minute 13 left in the game. Your Wild are 41-20-12, and they trail
5-3.
the Stars by 3 points because the Stars have lost 5 straight. They 4 straight, excuse me. They battled Boston tomorrow at 4.
Yeah, what a missed opportunity as the Dallas Stars are falling off the face of the earth. The Wild have been fumbling in the bag the last month, right? Maybe not the last month, but the last 10 games. A lot of wins left on the table, and now you look at the standings and go, man, if we just played average, we'd be in second.
Yep.
I
Just
think
average.
they're both losing for the same reasons. I think they look at the standings. It's hard. And plus, the Wild, as badly as they have played at times, they almost had the same thing happen to them yesterday as they did last week, where that goaltender played unbelievable. They had almost 50 shots, and they could only muster 3 goals because this guy was playing out of his mind. But good to see Foligno back, and he scores a goal, and he's playing with his brother, and it's all emotional. And now they're back within striking distance of the Stars, which I thought was not a chance at all. But as you said, Cord, Dallas has been awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Again, keep that going.
Correct. The Twins lost 2-1 yesterday to the Orioles on opening day. Joe Ryan went 5 1/3, scattered 1 hit, gave up no runs, struck out 7.
Scattered 1 hit.
Same 2 teams tomorrow. Taj Bradley goes for your Twins.
Taj.
Scattered 1 hit.
Yeah. It's my music career.
Oh. No, you've had more than
One's
that.
better than 0.
That's right.
Hey, get to the Wolves, because Mars was there on Wednesday. Can't wait to... No, wait, yeah, you were there, right? Yeah, you were there.
Yep.
Can't wait to hear what you thought
I
about
worked on
that.
opening day. Not a Twins fan?
Hey, don't want to fly to Maryland?
Sure, but I got other work to do. So one thing at a time. I won't be at the opening weekend for the Twins, but I do work the second series of the season, the second
hey,
homestand.
Pee-wee.
There you
So I'll
go.
be there. Just give me a second.
Yeah, give her a second.
Me?
All right.
Sure.
Me?
Your Wolves will battle the Pistons tomorrow at 4:30. They made a big comeback on Wednesday against Houston. They are currently sitting in the 5th seed. Now, a game and a half up on 6th-seeded Houston, who has lost 2 straight.
Martins, what percentage of targets entered left when the Rockets started with the 13-0 run in overtime?
Well, then there was that timeout, and that's when, half seems a little aggressive, but I was kind of shocked at how many people stayed because it was an 8:30 game, which tipped at 8:42.
So you're talking 11,
8:43.
15 plus at this point, right?
Oh, yeah.
by the time
Yeah, but
overtime
it's
hits?
overtime. Oh, yeah. It was,
Maybe 11:30.
Yeah. On a
And
Wednesday.
you're down 13 rip in overtime. It's over.
Yeah.
Just go home.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah. I mean, Patty had turned off the TV.
She had, she was tired of it.
Patty cakes?
No, my mother.
Kelly's mom had tweeted that she turned off the TV. We had this conversation the next morning. Even Matt, who I'm just going to stop you right there.
Who?
He's my husband. Grady was talking about the game, and he was like, and then he started to say something like the biggest comeback in NBA history. And even Matt goes, "What? They won the game?" I would guess most people who stayed with it at least as long as into the overtime. As to what point, I don't know. Probably 13-0. That seems like a natural point. You wait for a timeout. Boom. You'd go to bed.
It's over.
You leave the arena, whatever. Maybe half, maybe close to half. But I don't blame any of those people. It's when you leave the Vikings game and they're down, or no, it was the Vikings game and your girls left.
Yeah, it was. I was there. The greatest comeback in NFL history. I was there. I was at that game.
You can't expect that
to
happen.
Yeah,
it doesn't make you a bad fan. It makes you a realistic person. But no, I don't know how you could have seen that coming. There was nothing in that game that said, I bet the Wolves are going to flip this and go 15-0.
Especially with the roster, right?
My God.
No Ant, no Io.
Roster man.
Yeah, roster.
They didn't play any of the game.
No
Rudy,
Dusty.
Rudy fouled out. Nas got ejected. Jaden got hurt.
Jaden left late in the fourth with an injury, which turned out to be cramping.
Yeah.
And the way the game went then just went crazy. Mike Conley makes a three, who had been ice cold all game to start the run. And then the Wolves go crazy. And then we go on a 15-0 run, which was totally unlikely. And then Kevin Durant is at the free throw line with 3.5 seconds left. And he misses the first. And he'd been 10 for 10 from the line. And he misses the first, which forces him to have to miss the second, which then gives the fans free chicken. And I
forgot about that. That's overtime too, huh?
I went to Chick-fil-A yesterday just to put the exclamation point on that game and got my free chicken sandwich.
Look at that.
That sounds
it was one of those things where I have to go immediately onto the court and do the post-game show with Jim Pete, and we both kept looking at each other like there were so many things that we tried to keep absorbing because so much happened and so much of it was so unlikely that it was like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, and that happened and it's real, and that happened and that was accurate and factual. Just, it didn't really make sense. It was one of the most incredible, unlikely, ridiculous games I have ever seen in my life.
It's too bad it wasn't a postseason game. I mean, we had a little bit of that in that Denver game, that Denver comeback back in the day a couple of years ago, but still.
The playoff game.
Yeah,
where
the
we were
playoff game
down
with the
at
big
halftime.
comeback.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you know what it did was set the scene for if these teams meet up in the playoffs. Oh, man, because there was some chippiness, and the officiating did not help that at all. This Scott Foster bit, I am not an officials person where let's blame the officials, or this guy's reffing our game, buckle up. I just don't pay attention to that. That's ridiculous. This game, that went way too far. There were 3 calls in particular that I thought were so egregious that they were embarrassing. And the final one was the Şengün, the Alperen Şengün, where
Şengün. That's Hawk's favorite
where
player.
Naz Reid drove, and Şengün is clearly still easily. You don't have to microscopically looking at it. He is completely still moving, and they called it.
Come again.
An offensive foul on Naz Reid. Okay, fine. You see it in the moment. When you go to the monitors and look at that again and let that call stand, in my opinion, the NBA needs to look into that because that is not only embarrassing, it is calling into question the integrity of that officiating crew, that officiating individual, and
so what you are saying,
that was
because I want people to
bad.
click on this. Let somebody, Zach, clip this. See, what you're saying is Scott Foster had money in the game. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, that could be a translation, yes.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
That's
Marney
bold.
Gellner headline. Marney Gellner says Scott Foster had money on the game.
That's bold.
There is no reason an official should be talked about that much after an NBA game. And
Fixes in.
that was so prominently an official needing to be talked about after a game.
Twitter had a field day with Scott
they did.
Foster.
And we
they let
won
him
the
have
game.
it. I know.
Yeah,
We
correct.
won the game, and we're
Correct, yeah.
talking about an official. Boy, it was hard to watch.
Well, thank you for your
but
honesty.
that game was wow. And we
Thank
were
you for your honesty.
up by 13 with 3.5 minutes to go.
What a swing.
No, we were up by 11. And then Houston went on a 13-2 run to close regulation. The swings, man.
Unbelievable.
Woo!
What a victory.
Thanks for letting me get that out. And now we have 9 games to go in the regular season. Let's recap where we are. 9 to go. Sauce mentioned it. We're a game and a half up on Houston, so we're in 5th. I mean, we're a half game behind Denver, but we have to clear them because we don't have the tiebreaker.
You know what you need, Mars?
What's that?
You need to drink a Surfside and chill out.
Give
Well
it
said.
to me.
Button bar.
I could go for a little peach iced tea and vodka.
I'm just going to turn my mic off.
Surfside.
Sounds good.
I could use a drink.
Yeah, thanks, Surfside.
Yeah, thank you, Surfside.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Adam Thielen on his way to the studio. We'll talk to him shortly. We'll play initials at 8:15. One of you listeners gets a crack at $112,500 thanks to the St. Paul Federal Credit Union initials jackpot. Speaking of Adam Thielen, Vikings news is next. This is the Power 2 Morning Show on the Fan.
Join the Muss and Miller Lite at Jimmy's in Vadnais Heights next Thursday from 5 to 7. Stop by for drink specials, games, and to register for your final chance to win a spot in the Vikings Foundation Golf Tournament. Get the full details now at KFAN.com, keyword golf.
Thank you. Yeah, do that, man. Cold out there today, but going to be a great weekend, right? So we're good. Should be good. We got Adam Thielen coming in momentarily. He'll retire as a Viking and be one of us forever now. As if he wasn't already going to be.
He's doing a podcast with Tackle Terry Tuma.
News on the Power
Is that right?
Trip.
Yeah.
Presented by
Redco, your truck accessories pro.
Thielen Outdoors.
The problem is
Really?
Adam
Yeah.
doesn't get the whole tackle Terry Tuma thing. So every
Right.
time he sees him, he tackles him.
He tackles him.
Yeah. How does Abbott tackle with his drop foot? And his bad back?
I don't know.
Very poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Just
guess
like in high school.
I would guess Thielen would just want to do tee to green with Common because then you could just go golf for free afterwards. My guess is he probably golfs for free anyway. I don't think anybody's charging Adam Thielen green fees. I would hope
Not around here.
No, not around here. Maybe if he goes out of the state, maybe.
Adam Thielen Green? Is that his full name?
Maybe.
Get married?
Like, does he just walk into any bar in Detroit Lakes and just go, like, this is clearly on the house.
Yeah.
My jersey's on the wall. Like,
I
I'm
would
not paying
guess,
for this.
Yeah, I'll have an old fashioned and it's free.
Yeah. And I'll have a beer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. Must be rough. Do you have that in Minnetonka or not so much?
No. Nobody there likes me.
Do you have that in whatever the hell state you're from?
The Dakotas?
One of those Dakotas?
Are you from Hell State?
Seriously.
Hell State. What about you, Hawk?
No, she's not from Wisconsin.
Oh.
Why not? Why not from Minot?
When you go back to that town where you and Jim Jones grew up.
Yeah.
You love bringing that up.
The only thing
You
I can
love
be
Jim
sure
Jones.
of is that I can find somebody to fight if I want to.
Because they've definitely slept with your women.
I have,
Well, they hold a grudge.
I have zero Vikings notes. Does anybody else?
I
have
have
nothing.
a bit for you.
What do you got?
I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. And I thought of it the other day, and I should have put prep into it. I didn't. So this might fail miserably.
So you meat sauced it.
Right. That's right. But we're going to play a little game of Who Said It? Quarterback edition. We have 3 quarterbacks on this squad right now. Let's see if you guys can identify which of them said these statements that I have.
Kyle Murphy.
Yeah, well said.
Can you name the 3 quarterbacks meat sauce?
That they have?
Is that question 1?
It gets harder.
I'm going to be good at this game.
Yeah, same.
Meat
You
sauce,
did
can you
meat
name
sauce. Yeah. J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz, and Kyle Murphy.
Nailed it.
Great. Which of these 3 said it? Was it Kyler, J.J. Mack, or Carson? You ready for number 1?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like you are.
Are you talking just to me or is this everybody?
Everybody, but I'm stalling because I'm trying to put up the thing that I have. Okay, here we go. Quote number 1. Who said it? Who said it?
Great bit.
Energy is contagious. I try to bring positivity wherever I go. Was that Carson Wentz? Was that J.J. McCarthy? Or was that Kyle Murray?
That sounds like something 9 would say.
That sounds like
right?
something Carson would say.
I'm going to need you all to guess and give me a final answer.
Carson.
So you say meat sauce. That was Carson.
I'll take Kyler.
Well, then one of us is going to be right because I'm going McCarthy.
The right answer is 9.
Yeah, it was 9.
Energy is contagious.
Of course, that's 9.
I try to bring positivity wherever we go.
He's all about aura and meditation and energy.
And he's all about what?
Aura.
Oh.
What did you think I said? Oral?
Yeah, that's
No
right.
wonder
I mean,
Zach loves
my
it.
guess is he's
Hershiser
thumbs up
fan.
for that, too. Calm down, Zach.
We have a fire in that.
You know, I was going to let Zach play too, but you know he'd choose JJ
for everything.
Ain't gonna matter. All right, here we go. That's number 1. Number 2. Who said it? Minnesota Viking quarterback edition. Adversity reveals who you really are.
That could be any of the 3 based on the
They've all
line.
been through it.
I'll say Kyler.
Marney?
I'll take Carter Wentz.
That's who I think it is, too, because of the adversity that he had specifically last year. Obviously, Murray's had
Yep, anniversaries.
anniversaries the last couple of years. I think it's Carson based on last season's injuries.
Adversity reveals who you really are. Was Carson Wentz.
We're
Good
killing
call,
this.
guys.
Yeah, you guys are good
Wow,
at
you
this.
know your QBs. You know your QBs.
It's like keyword. It's like when you watch Jeopardy. You don't have to listen to the whole question. Just watch for the keyword, and then you know who it is.
Who said it? Viking quarterback edition. Number 3. It's now a 2-1 lead for Corey Cove over Marney in second.
Yeah. Sauce is supposed to be the NFL expert, and he's meat sauce in this.
You are correct.
My identity isn't football. It's in who I am as a person and my faith.
Carson Wentz.
Wentz.
Oh, man. Yeah, that I think Carson's the most vocal about that. I'm with you on that. All right, we're unanimous.
You all say it was Carson Wentz? My identity isn't football. It's in who I am as a person and my faith. That was? Damn, you know your quarterbacks. That's Carson
Yep.
Wentz.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Corey, Sauce, and Marnie all get a point. Next up. I'm not trying to be anybody else. I just want to be the best version of me. J.J. McCarthy, Kyler Murray, Carson Wentz, or any other quarterback that's ever spoken.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, all the above.
I'm not trying to be anybody else. I just want to be the best version of me.
I'll take Kyler.
Yep, a Kyler Murray for me.
It's got to be Kyle Murphy.
Yeah, it's got to be Kyler.
You all say Kyler Murray?
Side note, by the way, Zacho, could you go grab Thielen? He just pulled up with our guy Sam.
Oh, Sammy's here too?
Oh, Sam's here?
It was? I'm not trying to be anybody else. I just want to be the best version of me. Kyler Murray, you guys know your quarterback.
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah, this is a sports station.
Yeah.
Can't you tell?
What was
hello.
it, honestly, Marnie, for you? What gave that away that was Kyler for you?
Because JJ has famously talked about being 9, and so I was like, well, and Carson, I just don't feel like would be even asked a question that would give that answer.
And my guess is when a quarterback shows up,
process
my
of
guess is he
elimination.
was being asked about, like, what are you going to have to change to fit into this system, or what would you have changed in Arizona? He's like, I'm just going to be me.
Yeah.
My guess is it was something in that realm, which is very cliche, but we got lucky. We're killing this.
I guessed Kyler because we hadn't heard from him yet.
Oh, okay. 4-3-2, Corey
Smart.
with the lead.
Smart.
Our next quarterback quote. Who said it? Viking quarterback edition. I'm always chasing growth, not perfection.
Oh.
I'm always chasing growth,
well, I mean, Kyler's very
not
short.
perfection.
You're lucky Sam's in the elevator.
I'm going to go with Kyle Murphy on that one as well.
Yeah, Murphy. What was it again? I wasn't listening.
I'm always chasing growth, not perfection.
I'll go McCarthy.
Yeah, I think you guys, it's one of the two, right? It's the least likely is Wentz. I'm going to say this is Kyle Murphy.
It was. I'm always chasing growth, not perfection. JJ McCarthy.
50-50. Good one, Sauce.
Thanks,
He gets
Daddy.
that one right. Next quote is this.
If the next one's like, I'm 9, I'm him, it's going to be very simple.
Yeah.
Pressure is a privilege. It means people expect something from you. Which of the 3 Vikings quarterbacks said, pressure is a privilege? It means people expect something from you.
I think we're 50-50 again here.
Yeah, it's Kyle or
JJ.
Yeah, I'll take TJ McCarthy.
Brilliant.
I'm going the other way. I'm going to say this is Kyle Murphy.
Same. I'm going to say Kyler as well. Kyle, excuse me.
Pressure is a privilege. It means people expect something from you. Was said at his opening press conference as a Viking. That was Kyler Murray. Well said. Well done.
Thank you.
Yep.
So now Marty's fallen behind. Oh, loser.
Don't talk about my...
He blogs about it.
No, that's
You're going
Rosie.
to compliment.
Oh, that's Rosie.
That's fine.
That's Rosie, yeah.
Last
Rosie did
one.
a podcast on it.
It's possible for you to tie it up with this last one, Meat Sauce. If not, Corey's going to win this thing.
Hey, hang on. Wait. Let's do this last one with Adam. Have Adam sit down and jump in. What up, Adam?
What up, dude? I got to talk to him about my story about his retirement party, too.
No, I can't wait.
Adam, we're doing, Chris is giving us quotes. You have to tell us whether it's Murray, Wentz, or McCarthy. Who said this?
It's who said it, quarterback.
See if you can figure out who said this. Go ahead.
Wait. Hold up. Who are the names?
So Murray, Wentz, McCarthy.
Oh, okay.
The 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
The 3-headed monster.
We're killing this game.
You ready?
That's a different thing, Hawk.
Here we go. Who said it of those 3 quarterbacks? I've always believed if you're confident in yourself, you don't need validation from anyone else.
JJ.
JJ, okay. Anybody
That
else?
was quick. I'll say McCarthy as well.
Marney?
Yeah, that's... Yes, JJ McCarthy.
It's unanimous. We're all... Adam answered so quickly. We're all falling for the quick answer. All right, it's unanimous. We're going with JJ.
I've always believed if you're confident in yourself, you don't need validation from anyone else. Was Kyler Murray.
All right, that's Murray.
Oh,
It's Kyle Murphy.
We all fell for it.
Oh.
Sounded exactly like something JJ would say.
Yeah.
Not a bad way.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think I've used this. I should have marked them off. I don't know if I've used this one already. So tell me if this sounds familiar. My memory's terrible. Adam, since you've met me, I've gotten old. Okay? That's what happened. Last one. Here we go. When you trust the process and stay present, everything else takes care of itself. When you trust the process and stay present, everything else takes care of itself. Who said it?
McCarthy.
I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to say Wentz. That feels like Carson.
You trust the process.
I mean, it's cliche. It could be any of the 3 for sure.
For
but
sure.
I'm just going off a gut and saying Carson.
Feels like something that someone would have asked JJ because someone was frustrated with not seeing results fast enough. And so he said, well, you got to trust the process. So I'm going to go JJ McCarthy.
Adam.
JJ.
The game ends in a tie. It was J.J. McCarthy.
wow, good one.
Meat Sauce comes back.
Hell
and
yeah.
ends the game.
He knows
tied
sports,
5-5. Well done. Those
He
are your
knows
3
sports.
quarterbacks. Hi, Adam Thielen.
Hey.
How are you, man?
Good to see you guys.
Good to have you back, man. I know.
Been a while. And I probably stink, so sorry, Marney.
Just worked out or what?
I just got done playing basketball.
Well, obviously
that's
it
my
runs in the
retirement thing is just Tuesday and Friday mornings, 6 a.m.
Damn, 6 a.m. ball?
Yeah, and I had to cut it short for you guys, so.
Oh,
That's kind of you.
Yeah.
Who do you play against? Some elementary school kids?
Yes.
Just dunk on them.
Exactly. Yeah, they're 8-foot hoops.
Oh, there's nothing better than dunk ball.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the
It's
best.
a trampoline floor.
Sounds amazing.
Yes.
So you were at Sky
Slam
Zone.
ball. Yeah.
Sky Zone at 6 a.m.
Did you guys watch slam ball growing up?
I mean, I saw it. I don't think I wouldn't say that I watched
I don't
it.
think I
definitely
watched
have
it,
seen
but yeah.
it.
It was in the background.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
let's
interesting.
break.
You're retired and you're choosing to work out at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
It's the best. I love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I get to actually do the things I want to do when I work out now.
Yeah, right.
So it's like I was excited to be able to play basketball again.
That's cool.
Love it.
I don't have to
All right.
like go and train and do all
And
that.
worry about twisting your ankle or anything like that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. That
If it
makes
happens,
sense.
it happens.
Yeah, right.
All right, speaking of retirement, we got a lot of questions about that for Adam Thielen after this. We'll play initials in like 20 minutes. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.